The year is 1998. The World Trade Center, a symbol of American financial might, stands tall against the New York skyline. But beneath its gleaming facade, a daring plot is unfolding. A plan to breach its formidable security and make off with millions. This isn't a Hollywood blockbuster. This is the true story of the 1998 Bank of America robbery. A heist that exposed vulnerabilities in one of the world's most iconic structures. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Calendar of Crime. Our story begins with Ralph Guarino, a small-time criminal with big ambitions and even bigger connections to the notorious DeCavalcante crime family. Guarino wasn't your typical mastermind. He was an actor, a petty crook, but he had an ace up his sleeve, an inside man. Salvatore Calciano, a maintenance worker at the World Trade Center, became Guarino's eyes and ears, providing crucial intelligence about the building's security, which had been significantly tightened after the 1993 bombing. Calciano even supplied an employee ID badge, a golden ticket into the heart of the operation. With the blueprint of the heist in hand, Guarino and Calciano assembled their crew. Richie Gillette, a 39-year-old from Brooklyn, known for his daring, was brought in. Alongside him were Melvin Folk, 44, and Mike Reed, 34. These were the men who would execute the plan, the foot soldiers in Guarino's audacious scheme. January 14, 1998, dawned like any other Wednesday. At precisely 8:30 a.m., a Brinks armored van arrived at the World Trade Center, carrying its precious cargo. The crew, using the employee ID badge and their inside knowledge, gained access to the 11th floor of the North Tower, where the Bank of America's foreign currency exchange office was located. Only Gillette wore a ski mask, a small detail that would later prove significant. The robbery itself was swift and brutal. The three men quickly subdued the Brinks guards and bank employees, handcuffing them before making off with bags filled with cash. In a mere 15 minutes, by 8:45 a.m., they had vanished into the bustling streets of New York, $1.6 million richer in both U.S. and foreign currency. The audacity of the crime, carried out in broad daylight at such a high-profile location, sent shockwaves through the city. The immediate aftermath saw Folk and Reed quickly apprehended, their familiar faces making them easy targets for law enforcement. Gillette, attempting to flee, was questioned on an Amtrak train, but initially released. However, the FBI's net was closing, and he was eventually tracked down and arrested in Albuquerque, New Mexico, just 2 days after the heist. The authorities knew this wasn't a random act. A mastermind was at play. Ralph Guarino, the architect of the heist, found himself cornered. With the FBI closing in, he was arrested at his Staten Island home. Facing a lengthy prison sentence, Guarino made a decision that would change the course of his life and impact the criminal underworld. He agreed to become an FBI informant, turning against his associates in the DeCavalcante crime family. His cooperation provided invaluable insights into the inner workings of the mob, making him a key figure in subsequent investigations. This robbery wasn't just about the money. It was a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that even the most secure locations could possess. It highlighted the constant cat-and-mouse game between criminals and law enforcement, and the often unforeseen consequences that can arise from a single act of greed. The 1998 World Trade Center bank robbery remains a compelling chapter in the annals of true crime, a testament to both human ingenuity and folly. Remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Calendar of Crime.